Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Nort, and I hope you're enjoying the brand new Bikers DLC. I know I am, and I have spent the entire morning just playing around on this DLC with you guys in one huge epic live stream. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and if you want to join into any more streams, we will be streaming later tonight. It's going to be an amazing open lobby, so make sure you guys do subscribe and stay tuned for that. Anyway, let's get straight into this video because we have come across a lot of information. I'm also going to be making another video later on today with more information. It seems like we're going to have to make 2 videos on this because there's so much stuff to talk about. But believe it or not, what we saw in today's DLC, the 14 brand new vehicles, that's not everything we're going to get. There's also 8 more vehicles in the works which we should be seeing introduced into GTA Online for the rest of this month, and there's also other amazing things which are yet to come in the very near future. In addition, we've also got some other awesome things which I think you guys need to know about. This can range from secret tricks, tips, or anything else like that, or even free items which you can take advantage of today, which will get you guys just a small head start in the Bikers update. I understand Rockstar Games haven't really mentioned too much information regarding this DLC, so I think you guys will definitely get a kick out of this video, and if you do enjoy it, then please don't leave without smashing that like button, because it would be very much appreciated. Like I said, we have loads and loads of information to cover, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Okay, so to start things off, we're going to take a look at the brand new vehicles. Like I said earlier, there were 8 new vehicles, and it appears, as we have seen in previous patterns, we can see each of these vehicles introduced week by week into GTA Online. I estimate we can see 2 to 3 of these vehicles introduced each week, and these vehicles consist of a range of pretty interesting styles and customizations. To start things off, this is the Tornado Rat Rod, a mix between the Tornado and the Rat Rod, quite literally. It looks interesting, I definitely can't wait to use it. And then next up we have the brand new unreleased Sanctus, I believe I pronounced that one right. Huge shout out to Crew Boss for actually digging up these vehicles. We have another motorcycle, this is actually the next version of the Damon. And then next up, we actually have the S-Key. Now, the S-Key looks like a pretty standard motorcycle. I can't imagine this will go for a lot of money, but the other things do look kind of expensive. And then we also have a new version of the Yoga van. This is the Yoga 2, so it's going to have its own unique name when it does come out. And then just next to this, we also have another motorcycle. This is known as the Vortex. This looks fast. Even the name makes this vehicle sound fast, but this next vehicle looks even faster. Something which has come straight out of Tron. This is known as the Shotaro. It looks very similar to the Akuchi. It might even be the fastest motorcycle in the game. And then we also have the Raptor, something which I can imagine we're all going to have a lot of fun with. So like I said earlier, all of these vehicles have not yet been released, but judging from previous DLC patterns, Rockstar Games like to hold a nice handful of awesome vehicles, and they'd like to release them each week following the DLC. So it looks like next week we can see 2 or 3 of these vehicles introduced into GTA Online, and then the week after another 2 or 3, and the week after another 2 or 3, and so on and so on. But nonetheless, these vehicles do look extremely interesting, and this is just a tip of advice for you guys. If you have seen what Rockstar Games have done in the past, then you will already know that Rockstar really do enjoy introducing better vehicles after the DLC comes out. So if you think you want to buy every single vehicle because it's the best vehicle in its class, just hold off for a few more days and maybe a few more weeks, because judging from these images of these brand new vehicles which are yet to be released, the Shotaro and the Vortex definitely look like great competitors to what we already have in the game. They're probably going to be pretty expensive, but I can imagine definitely the Shotaro and the Vortex could certainly, or at least have a very high chance of, overpowering the brand new motorcycles we have got in today's DLC. So make sure you guys are aware of that and just save some money behind, just in case you are interested in purchasing any of those vehicles. But like I said, all 8 of them will be released over the next month, so make sure you guys do stay tuned for that. And of course, Rockstar Games will likely mention this stuff in their newswire when they do post out about the Bikers update. Okay, so next up, we're going to take a look at some free items which you guys can take advantage of today and over the next few days. So what Rockstar Games have done is actually given us some free shirts, and also they've updated something in the game where if you purchase a certain vehicle, you will actually get given a special t-shirt for purchasing that specific vehicle. So let's take a look at some of these shirts. Some of them are just free genuinely, so you guys can get this shirt if you want to. Some of them are free because they have purchased that specific vehicle. As you can see, we have the Western tee, and then there's another tee coming just after this, once again inspired by a specific vehicle you have most likely purchased, which is the Nagasaki. But make sure you guys do head into the clothes store today, because you'll be surprised how many of these special rare t-shirts are locked and how many of them are free for you to get today. So make sure you guys do head into the clothes store so you don't miss out on that opportunity. And next up, we're going to take a look at a brand new adversary mode. This doesn't look like it's actually been introduced into GTA Online. I couldn't find it anywhere, but it's actually on the social club. This is called Slipstream, and there's quite a few Slipstream adversary modes as well, which we can participate in. Now, as of yet, this doesn't have any statistics showing players have actually played these adversary modes, but these adversary modes are definitely themed around the Bikers update, as you can see from the images, using the melee as you cycle across, and it's also got the new bikes in as well. Now, there's loads and loads of Slipstream races, loads of which are actually using some of the stunt race creator as well, so it's pretty interesting to see exactly how these work. And I am super excited for these adversary modes to come out, which will most likely drop alongside the brand new vehicles which we just took a look at earlier over the next few weeks. Okay, so before we end off this video, I'm just going to teach you guys a few secret tips and tricks which you probably didn't know about. Now, this took me a while to learn as well. I actually had to pick this up in this stream, which was pretty awkward because I had people left, right, and center shouting at me the tutorials. Some of them were right, some of them were wrong, but I just want to quickly clarify some of these tricks which, once again, no one has really given you the tutorial on how to do. So we're going to go into some of these things. To start things off, there is actually a 6th property slot. This is for your clubhouse, and the clubhouse will actually be able to store up to 10 vehicle slots. So if you guys do go all out on clubhouses, make sure you get the best one, because you will be able to store 10 vehicles inside it. And if any of you guys are really worried about spending too much money on a clubhouse, I really do recommend you go for the best and most expensive one, or at least one of them which will at least store 10 vehicles. Whether it's the cheapest best or the most expensive best, it really won't make a difference. This is because once you purchase it, to actually do up the clubhouse will cost you triple the amount of money that you put into it. So you can spend almost $2 million on one clubhouse, which originally cost only $500,000. So just make sure you guys are aware of that. Whichever clubhouse you buy, you're gonna spend at least 3 times more than the initial fee just to fully customize it. But once you do, you will have that ability to store up to 10 vehicles in it, depending on whichever one you purchased. But like I said earlier, just a quick heads up, if you guys are worried about how much money you're spending, the initial fee doesn't really matter. It's how you customize the clubhouse which does. So make sure you guys go for a really good clubhouse and then decide how much money you want to spend when you do customize it. This way you can make use of all of the features, such as an ability to store 10 vehicles inside it, counting as your 6th property slot. And this rule also applies to any sort of business you do decide to purchase. For example, I purchased the most expensive one, and I ended up spending a further $1.5 million or so just doing up that business. I believe the initial fee was about $2 million to buy it, and then to spend money on it by getting security systems, staff, as well as extra equipment, that cost me almost $1.5 million extra, making that business $3.5 million just to fully customize. And let's not forget, once you do purchase that business, you have to spend at least $350,000 just to employ staff to work there to ensure your product does get moved. And last but not least, let's take a look at how you can melee whilst you're on your motorcycle. This is something which I will include in a video later on, but I just want to give you guys a heads up whilst we're in this video and whilst it's ending off. For those of you guys who don't already know, you can actually melee with your weapons and melee weapons whilst you're riding on a motorcycle. And to do this trick, all you're going to want to do is hop on the motorcycle, do whatever you want to do on it, and then whenever you're ready to melee someone, just hold down A on Xbox One or X on PlayStation 4, or whichever hotkey it is for PC. Once you've held down that key, you're then going to want to start spamming R1. This is the button just above the right trigger. Once you start spamming that, you will notice you will be hitting people with your weapon or your melee weapon. This is the brand new feature Rockstar Games introduced with the DLC, and of course, if you guys want me to do a more thorough in-depth tutorial, then I will be doing that one in a later video in which I do showcase some secret tips and tricks in this update, which you guys probably didn't know about. Anyway, as always, I hope you did enjoy today's video. Unfortunately, that is all I've got time for today. If you did enjoy the video though, please don't leave without smashing that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new here so you won't miss out on any more GTA 5 content every single day. But until next time guys, thank you for watching. My name is Nort, and I will see you guys next time.